This reading is for you if you've been feeling blocked in your throat chakra. You might be having sore throats, coughing, clearing your throat. Something just might feel off. In the last like 4 weeks, I came down with this cough and I was just coughing all the time, and that was my only symptom, just coughing. It was mildly congestion and like I could feel it in my chest. And then that finally went away, but now I've been stuck with this sore throat, and so I rarely ever get sick. Maybe once every other year, maybe once a year, and it's usually mild. But I haven't had a sore throat in a really long time. If you're here, if you're connected with me in my energy, if you're part of the Siren Pod Collective, growing up, you may have lost your voice a lot, had sore throats, having that throat chakra blocked and not expressing your truth and your feelings. And once I started this healing journey, you know, several years back, I stopped having sore throats. So the fact that this is back made me feel like there was something off with my throat chakra. So I am you, you are me. We are connected. This reading is for all of us together. So I'm just going to pull some cards so we can kind of connect with the energy and see what's going on. Obviously, this is not a substitute for medical advice. So of course, you know, if you need to, see your primary care provider, but let's connect with the energy and take a look. What is the current state of my Siren Pod family's throat chakra? What is the current energy, the current health of the throat chakra? I'm also curious because I've been using a different deck. I haven't used this deck in a little while, but it kept coming to me, so it wanted to be used. So I'm curious what comes through. The current health of Siren Pod throat chakra. The ones watching this video. You have the Knight of Cups in reverse. There is something here about it's like not taking action on your true feelings or how you're feeling. And also, there is this message of not communicating and listening to your guides. In the upright, the Knight of Cups is very connected with their emotions and their feelings, right? And the Knight of Cups takes action on that. They're very heart-led. They're in tune with their emotions, and their actions reflect that. They follow their heart. And in this particular Knight of Cups, you can see that they have like is that an eagle and a horse? But it's like they're being led and guided by their spiritual team. In the reverse, it's as if there's certain feelings that either you are not connecting with, or you are aware of those feelings, but it's like you're not taking action on them. It's like there's a pause or a standstill. So it feels like for the throat, since this is representing the energy of the throat chakra, it feels like there's something there. It's like it might be blocked a little bit because you might not be taking action on your feelings. You might not be expressing those feelings. We're going to look more into all of that, but that's the basic energy. It's like you know and understand and feel what it is that you want or what you're looking for, but then you just stop. You know, like this person here, they're just like stuck at the edge of the ocean and they're not moving forward. Like maybe they don't know how, but they're not moving forward. They're not going forward. They want to go deeper into the water, right? You want to go deeper into your feelings. You don't want to stay at the edge of the shore. That's the first phase in the cosmic siren journey. It's trade your thoughts for scales. So, let go of those thoughts, those fears, those things that are blocking your momentum, and trade them for scales. Your feelings. You are here. You're connected with siren energy, and your feelings are your magic. That's your compass. There's also here about communicating with your guides. Maybe before you had communicated with your guides regularly, or maybe this is a sign. If you haven't, then this is a confirmation to start. But there is this idea of there is support here for you in your spiritual team, and something about you not communicating, or maybe asking for help, or not listening to that guidance. There is this. Let's look into more about, because feelings, expressing your feelings. Okay, let's see, what feelings are you not expressing? What feelings want to be heard and spoken out and released? This was, well, whatever. 2 of coins. Okay. You do feel some sort of responsibility and possible overwhelm about juggling like different aspects of your life. In this card, the 2 of coins, there's I assume it's like a motherly figure, because she's holding a small child and like a bear cub, and she's trying to, balance them. And then 2 of coins is about balance, right? That equal energy in all parts of your life, feeling like you have everything under control. And it feels like, because this is blocked, it feels like you might need more help than you're not asking for. You might feel kind of unsturdy. There might be certain parts of your life that feel unstable, and you know that, and you understand that, and you're trying hard to maybe do it all on your own. But there's this idea of asking for help. Asking for the people around you to help, whether that's friends, family, loved ones, but letting them know that you are struggling and that you don't have to keep it to yourself. There is this idea of some internal struggle or feelings that maybe other, excuse me, see my throat. Let me just take a sip of my tea. Confirmation for you that it feels like there's this overwhelm or help that you need, and that you want to appear like you have it under control, right? But you will, it's okay. But you can also ask for help, or just letting people know, like, hey, I'm struggling a little bit. Like, this is what I'm going through. I don't feel okay. I could just use some warmth and support, right? But it's the fact that it's your feelings that are important. Just expressing that truth is important. I feel like you might have been like putting it all on your own. And just that relief of expression, just expressing that truth, is enough to open up that throat chakra. Let's take a look here. What areas of your life are feeling unbalanced for you? What areas of your life are you not expressing that you're struggling in? Okay. 4 of Wands, this came out first. 4 of Swords and Knight of Swords. Okay. 4 of Wands, so a couple different things here that are coming through. The 2 things that immediately came through was a relationship and then your home. So let's talk about the relationship first. If you connect with that, if that resonates for you, there is a connection in your life, whether that's romantic, platonic, familial, but it is a significant connection in your life, one that you spend the most time with. You may live together, but there is something here about There is something here about you not expressing or being honest about what that connection is, how it's affecting you. What is it doing for you? Paired with the Four of Swords, we have double fours here, so 4 could be significant. But the Four of Swords is also about rest. So I feel like the way this spread is laid out, paired with the Knight of Swords, is you've been doing a lot. You've been taking care of other people and, you know, the different parts of your life. You've been on the go. Knight of Swords energy, it's really fast-paced energy. You've been on the go, you know, following what you've wanted to do. Maybe you've been aware of different parts of your life that you're not happy with, and you've been, you know, actively trying to fix it, you know, enhance it, you know, change it. But there's this idea of you not resting. And see, look here. It's interesting because in this specific Four of Swords, there is a knife through this creature's mouth. It hurts. They are bound up and the knife is there. If they stay still, it'll be okay, right? But the more they struggle and they move, the knife goes through more and it hurts their mouth. So this is this confirmation that some of you you might need to slow down. You do need to slow down. It's this idea of, it's like this Knight of Swords masculine energy of, I need to act and I need to do something in order to see change. But this is saying you can rest, you can receive. Ask this person, this connection, if they're there for you, if they're supporting you, ask them or tell them like what it is that you need. Do you need them to like help out around the home, like with chores more, or can they like make you food, or can you just spend time together resting and not doing anything, right? There's this connection here with the Four of Swords and the Four of Wands of this relationship or connection in your life. There's something about it, it can help you be more restorative. Are you doing too much? Do they know that you're doing too much? Is this one of the causes of an energy drain for you? Or are they actually there for you and supportive, and this is a positive energy exchange for you, but you're not asking for help because you know, for whatever reason, whether it's a new thing or a long-term thing, but you don't want to appear as if you are struggling. But there's this energy in the cards of you can ask them for help and they can help you. Let them know that you're drained and you're tired and exhausted and you're overwhelmed and you've been doing so much. Just expressing your truth to them and then allowing them to hold space to receive your feelings, you know, and acknowledge those feelings would be very healing. Let's look more into the Four of Wands and the Four of Swords. I would like more information about this connection, this Four of Wands. Also, I was saying about the home, so there's this other thread of energy here about the home. You know, it's about, the Four of Wands is about like a stability, stable foundation. It's a celebration, and then it's also like your home. So there's this idea of, are you like on the run? Do you have a stable home environment? Do you have your own space, or are you staying with other people? Are you like constantly moving? There is this idea of that also adding to this. It feels a little chaotic a little bit. Let's look more into the connection. How is this Four of Wands person, this energy, influencing your energy? I want to take a look into the energy. Is it a drain? Is it supportive? Let's look into that. How is this Four of Wands connection influencing your energy? right, hold on, let me just redo these. Okay, so the first card that came out was the High Priestess, and the next card that came out was the Hermit. Okay. Interesting. These are the major arcana cards. And we have the High Priestess and Hermit, which for me are very connected, because for the Hermit, you know, have to be in your own space, your own energy, you know, go on your own journey and connect with that. Because when people hermit, when they don't go out, you know, they can control their own environment. They can connect with their body and their senses and really feel for themselves and how they feel, right? And then once they start interacting with other things outside of themselves, I feel like it strengthens their ability to know what feels good and what doesn't. The High Priestess is trusting your intuition. So there is this message of, there's something here about this Four of Wands person or your home environment, whatever you connect with, that you know deep down, you know the truth. You are an intuitive person. You connect with yourself. When you are alone in your own energy, how do you feel? And then when you are with this person, how does what you feel change? How does it feel? You can answer that for yourself. And there's no right or wrong, right? There's no bad, right? It's just about alignment, right? For example, if you feel, when you are alone, if you feel like, oh, at peace and you can breathe easy, right? And your day goes smoothly. If you connect with this person and you start feeling like a clench in your heart, you start feeling on edge and that you can't balance things, you feel like things start to get chaotic. What does that mean for you, right? Just pay attention to those things. Not that that's just an example, but that's what's coming through. Because for the High Priestess and the Hermit, it's this very solo energy of being peace and calm. The High Priestess is reading their book. They're doing things that feel good for themselves. They trust their intuition. But then once other people start coming into the corner, coming into the picture, they have to balance so many things and juggle things. Something about this is not restful. Let's look more into the Knight of Swords energy. What have you been doing? What actions have you been taking? What have you been running around doing, trying to fix? Okay. We have the Five of Cups and the Star. Maybe in reverse. Okay, let's move these. It feels like if you've been watching the other tarot readings, or it's just, you know, part of the collective, so, you know, we're moving through different energies, but previously there was this energy of moving, like whether that was new jobs or new homes, but it was definitely like a life transition energy. And with this, it kind of feels like that. It's, you know, it feels like something may have not gone as planned for you or worked out as you anticipated, right? And there's that heartbreak a little bit. There's that struggle of like, did I do the right thing? Should I have made a different choice? It doesn't feel too good. And you can be kind of caught in that like despair, right? Like For example, if you are trying to change jobs, if you're stuck in a job that you maybe don't enjoy, and whether you quit your job or you're just in it still waiting for another opportunity, but there's this like waiting period of, what am I doing? I know that this is not it. I know that this doesn't feel good. So I need to do something to find what feels good. And you have been doing different things. If you've quit your job, maybe you've been putting yourself out there and trying to figure out a different role that feels good for you, but you don't want to settle because you're good at your yes and no, right? If it feels good, it's a yes. If it doesn't, it's a no. And maybe you can't find an opportunity that you're looking for. Maybe it's not panning out. And so it's like, it feels like you're losing hope a little bit. Or if you're still in the same job, for example, and you're just looking for a way out and you're not seeing anything, but then you have to constantly go to work to pay bills and you're just feeling this despair, not hopeful. And it's like, what do I do? You could be moving past that. The Five of Cups is in reverse, so you might be moving past that energy already. It's like, it feels like it's at the end, like you've already experienced this or are experiencing it, but it's at the end of the cycle. It's at the end of the phase. It's interesting because I feel like the Five of Cups and the Star reflect each other. The Five of Cups is a minor arcana. This is just a day-to-day. You're going to move past this. This is an everyday situation. You'll move past this. As the Star, the major arcana, it's really important to see how you handle the situation. Do you give up hope in a Five of Cups situation, or do you keep hope? Just know that, your desires, the life that you want is meant for you. Don't despair. Don't give up hope. The universe is always working for you. Everything is working for you. It just might not be as you planned or different. You might be learning something. There are other opportunities for you that are aligned. And it's good if you're not taking the next thing that comes to you because you trust that the aligned opportunity will come. You don't want to get into another situation where you're not feeling good. Let's look more into the Five of Cups situation. I mean, work came through. It doesn't have to be, but let's look into the situation a little bit more. What is the Five of Cups situation for you? This feeling of doubt and not having hope. The Magician in reverse. Okay. So the major energy, regardless of the situation, whether that's a connection, whether that's work, whatever it may be, you are doubting yourself as a conscious creator. You are doubting that you are a magical being. You are someone that has been going through the spiritual journey, the spiritual awakening. You have been connecting with yourself, your body. You probably have invested with yourself with different types of coaches, different types of courses to, support your own healing journey, whatever that may mean, all the different tools, all the things. You have been doing your routines day to day. You have been going through your ups and downs through the human journey, right? You've been consistent with yourself. Maybe you've dropped off. You have been hopeful. You consume all the positive content, right? You have been cutting down on your music choices. You've been eating very well and intentional. You've been doing everything. And yet your reality isn't reflecting your desires. And so you are doubting yourself. You are doubting whether or not truly everything that you've read, everything that you've learned, everything that you thought was true about this world and the way it works with energy and frequency is correct. And you're feeling like a fool. Maybe it just doesn't work for you. Maybe it's just not meant for you. Are you really magical? Those fear thoughts are looping. And you're frustrated. That place is very real and it's very human, right? You are a soul and you have your human body, and your human body, your human consciousness is really doubting itself right now. It's doubting your soul. It's doubting you. If I've been doing everything, why isn't it working? I have my wand. I've been working so hard. Yet the dress isn't here. The ball's not here. My love is not here. So is this really truly a magical world? Was I just being silly? You're doubting yourself. It's a very human experience. I really feel you. I see you. I'm there with you. Again, though, the star. Who are you in this moment? Are you going to give up hope, or do you stay hopeful? You are going to stay hopeful because you're here. You can trust that it's coming. Let's pull some cards from your spirit team, because your throat chakra is blocked and you've been having these symptoms because of these feelings. You are feeling doubt. You are feeling overwhelmed. You are feeling unhopeful a little bit. You are feeling maybe regretful or stuck in this sadness, but you're not seeing the other cups. You're doubting your creator energy. Those are all very real things, but also those are all very harmful things. Let's get some messages from your guides that have been trying to communicate with you. What do they want to say? What do your guides want to tell you? What do they want you to know? Okay. The first card that came through was the Hanged Man. And the next card is the Hierophant. Okay. So this might be hard to hear or not, depending, but the Hanged Man, if you read tarot, if you know these cards, again, it is that waiting observation place of there's nothing more for you to do. Receive. Step back. Watch. Also, change your perspective a little bit. Like I said, there might be things you're not seeing. There might be things, new opportunities coming that you don't know about. For example, maybe there was an opportunity that you looked into and you enjoyed, and then maybe you applied or not, but maybe it went away or you didn't get the job or, something like that. And so it can feel like defeat. It can feel like, I really wanted this and it didn't work out for me, so maybe I'm not worthy, something like that. But no, it just means it wasn't aligned for you. It's not meant for you, right? Because if you truly believe what's meant for you will stay with you and what's not will be let go. And you do believe that. You wouldn't be here if you didn't. Change your perspective a little bit about the situation. Everything that you're going through right now could also be another way for you to hone in on your self-worth. You are worthy just as you are. You are more than enough just as you are. You are magical no matter what is happening outside of you, and your belief in that is important. No matter what's happening on the outside, believing that you are love, you are light, and you are worthy is important, and that is your truth. The Hierophant. There's this energy here of, it's saying like step into your leadership role. There's a couple different threads here. So if the leadership role resonates for you, it's seeing, Connecting with your own authority, right? Trusting your own inner guidance. Yes, you can be here for these readings. You can connect with other coaches and other leaders and things like that, because the truth is going to be shared, right? And it's great to surround yourself with people that are light and speak the truth, but also trust your own inner authority. If you've been doing a lot of watching and a lot of courses, you have everything that you need. Connect with yourself. Make courses for yourself. Make readings for yourself. Just like I do, right? This reading is for me, but it's also for you. Trust your own inner guidance. Trust that everything that has been handed down to you and taught to you, you can also do for yourself, right? You are your first client. Heal yourself. Transform your life. Create a little course or a little ritual or a little routine that you will follow to help get you through this situation, to help get you through the next step. Also, another thread. If there are trusted leaders, mentors, guides for you, connect with them, right? If you have a trusted guide, and you can just let them know the things that you're experiencing and your struggles and any support or guidance that would be helpful, right? And they can reach out to you. They can let you know. They've been through it too, I'm sure. They're human as well, right? Everyone is where you are right now. And some people have been able to shift it. And they're doing what you really want to do right now, right? So reach out to those people, the ones that you trust. Also, another message. If this connects with you, there is something here about ancestors and guidance. So if you connect with something of that nature, depending on your human body's culture and other things, you can connect with that as well. Ask for guidance from your guides, whatever that means for you, your ancestors, anything like that. I'd like to pull an Akashic Oracle card. Messages here for support and guidance, to heal, to help with your throat chakra. I might have to read from the guidebook for this one, so we'll see what comes through. Success anchors, 43. Okay, let's see here. I will read from the guidebook. Success anchors, rooting goals and practices that align, support, sustain your growth. Keywords: stability, discipline, foundations, habits, embodiment, consistency, integration. Success is not just a vision, it's a rhythm. This card appears when you're being invited to create structures and practices that support the version of you who's rising. Your dreams are ready to take form, but they need anchors to hold them in place. Think rituals, habits, systems, and boundaries that keep your energy clear and your actions aligned. It's not about rigidity. It's about devotion to what matters most. You don't have to overdo it. Choose a few powerful practices that ground your vision and embody your values. This is where soul meets strategy. The shadow aspects are inconsistency, scattered focus, resistance to routine, lack of follow-through. Light activation. I choose practices that honor my purpose and energy. I ground my success in sacred rhythm. I release chaos and welcome supportive structure. I show up for my vision with devotion and joy. Reflection. Close your eyes, breathe into your root and solar plexus, and ask yourself, what small, consistent practice would anchor me right now? Where do I need more structure to support my expansion? Embodiment ritual. Create a simple success ritual, something you'll return to daily or weekly. Say aloud, I am anchored in my vision. I support my future with action today. Let this anchor guide you your next step. Akashic insight. In the record, success anchors appear as energetic scaffolding, holding the vibration of your goals steady. When you align action with intention, You become a clear channel for sustainable manifestation and soul leadership. Yes, this connects with what I was saying here about those practices. So again, you don't have to do anything to feel worthy, right? You are worthy of everything that you are meant for. This is saying, it's like the combination of divine feminine and masculine energy, right? You are a balance of each. You might just lean one way. This is just coming through, so a message for someone. So we're all a balance of divine feminine and masculine energy, and then we lean one way. So your divine partner, when you come into union, they lean the other way, and that creates that balance, that yin and yang, that masculine feminine energy. But we do have a balance internally inside. So anyway, back to it. You connect well with your guidance through different clairs. And are you envisioning the life that you want, that is meant for you? Are you connecting with your highest timeline every day? In the morning, for example, right? When you're waking up, that's a great time, powerful time to connect, because your mind isn't chatting yet. It's not going through anything. So this is a message of when you wake up, for example, connect with your highest timeline. Envision the life that you want, right? Feel into it using all your senses. It's not just what you're seeing, right? It's feel into it. How do you feel? How does the person that is living your highest timeline, your higher self, feel? What are their goals? How do they view everything that they're doing? How do they intentionally treat everything around them, right? And then, for a consistent practice, decide what you want to do to ground that in. Whether it's journaling, or maybe you take one step, any step that day that connects with your vision, right? But it doesn't need to feel like a chore. You can feel excited about it. Maybe you dance something into it, but it's important that when you have that vision, to also anchor it into reality by doing something tangible, because this is a 3D world. We're in Earth, right? You connect with your 5D, you connect with your visions, everything that you're meant for, and then anchoring it into this world. So that is a message for you. Creating your own little practice or ritual, just something every day. It could be 5 minutes, however much you want to give yourself, right? This is an investment and a commitment to yourself, to your love for yourself. All right. I feel like I just want one more card. I have this oracle deck called the Dreaming Waves Oracle. Just one more card. Message for you. The anchor. So there's double confirmation. Stability and grounding, yes. And then the treasure map, action plan, strategy. Okay, so this just confirms what I said. There's nothing more to explain. Your treasure map, the map to your goal in your life, is your intuition, your higher self, right? Your higher self is that bird's eye view. It can see everything on the map, all the different twists and turns, and your human self can't. That's why sometimes it freaks out and it's like, well, this path closed, now I have nowhere to go. But no, there's plenty of other paths. You will make it to your goal, to your end. What's a step you can take to get closer to your ex, right? Staying grounded, one step, doing whatever feels good for you. It can seem unrelated, but connect with yourselves. Once you make your vision, connect with, what is one aligned step that I can take toward my goal today? And randomly, if it says dance, then dance. Maybe if it says cooking, go cooking. If you see water, go to the water. You don't have to understand why what you see is what you see. Just go do it because you trust your intuition and you're taking aligned action, and then see what opportunities align. Maybe you get a download from doing something. Maybe you connect with somebody, right? An aligned connection that gives you an opportunity. You never know. Just keep following your yes. Follow what feels good. All right, those are all the messages that I have for you. I will link, this is reminding me, I did a video to help support like feeling worthy. And also this higher self versus fear self video, where you have that constant battle, because it does feel like you've been sitting in this doubt. So I'll link those at the end of the video so you can watch them, and in the description box, because I feel like it'll be supportive for you. Connect with yourself today. Have fun. I'm sending you warm wishes and soothing hums.